So actually, there's no theory which says that energy popped out of nowhere into existence. No one is claiming that. I mean, as far as we know, it existed going back eternally.
Go ahead.
The Big Bang Theory doesn't say that it popped into
scientific
existence.
evidence for such nonsense.
Well,
That's why they're propagating this nonsense about the multiverse. There's multi-universe, and it gives birth to our universe. But there's no evidence for a multiverse.
It's a different point. Look, you have to be conservative with what you know. So what we have is energy conservation. We know that energy is a magic number, basically, which is fixed. It never changes. Okay, this is known.
You know how complex those gases were that caused the Big Bang. This so-called Big Bang that happened for no
It wasn't
reason.
gases. There weren't actually gases in existence.
Well, they exploded.
They
exploded and they created the universe. And then approximately 9 billion years later, the Earth magically formed with a perfect sun, which is 92 million miles away, and it created an environment that we could live on Earth. So
those views are subject to change.
it's illogical to think that life has no meaning and no creator. Photosynthesis alone
I can address that point. I can address your point. Which point?
it's so miraculous that it allows us to live. The sun comes and the plants breathe in
It appears miraculous. So it's amazing and it's complex and it's beautiful, and you've got to look at it. Or you try to. I'm a PhD student in management.
Do you believe in God?
No.
The two best scientists ever, neither were atheists. Einstein was not an atheist. He said, no, he was not an atheist. He was not an atheist. And according to Einstein, the greatest scientist, according to Einstein, the greatest scientist is a chap called Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was a devout Christian. So the two best scientists ever, neither were atheists.
There isn't like a scientific league table.
Most people say that Einstein was the best scientist ever. Who would you say was the best scientist ever then? I've never heard anyone's name put forward above Einstein.
So what Einstein said actually was that he was in awe of nature. When he used the word God, he used it to talk about nature. And I share that position. If I was ever to use the word
He
God,
was a deist. At worst.
right, maybe. Well,
Not an atheist.
I mean,
He was never an atheist.
so he said to himself, atheist with regard to the Abraham.
Most of the older scientists were never atheists.
He said, no, he wasn't. You wouldn't believe that. He said he wished he'd made more time to read the Torah and the Talmud. He never said there's no God. He never said the Torah is God. He just said he doesn't follow it.
So we get obsessed over,
No. I say he says preaching to atheists. What about all the scientists who are not atheists? I don't never heard of this guy. I've heard of Einstein. I've heard of Tesla. You pick up the minor scientists. What about the two best?
I'm a working scientist at Imperial College.
That means there is a
Why have you come to the conclusion that there's no God?
It's not that I positively assert there is no God, it's that there is no evidence for such a thing.
Are you an
Agnostic then?
Are you an atheist or agnostic?
in the same way, PhD student, but the evidence is you. You yourself are
In the same way that I'm agnostic about floating
sorry for you that you say this.
I am an agnostic about God.
So you're not an atheist. You're not an atheist. An atheist says there definitely is no God.
Dreaming to be a scientist.
He's not an
But
atheist.
that's a stupid thing to say on an invisible flying
Everyone knows what atheist is and what agnostic is. You're saying you're not an atheist. You're
I don't
agnostic.
like you shouting at me. I'm trying to just talk.
Am I louder than you?
It's weird. It's like
Am I louder than you?
So what I'm interested in is a clearly defined proposition. If you can say what God is and what God does, then we can look at the world and see if there is a thing that corresponds to that thing called God, which does that thing that you say that God does. Until you say that, you're not meeting the very stringent demands that are required for scientific knowledge. That's my position. It's as simple as that. It's very, very hard to do good science, and you have to keep checking yourself.
I do. Yes. And so have you.
So what I'm saying is, I honestly think that there is first no mechanistic definition of God that says what God does. What does God do? How does God interact?
You've obviously not read the Bible.
You pray.
In the first verse in the Bible, in the beginning, God created the
says you
heavens
have to
and
search
the
for
earth.
God.
This is boring.
You just said you have to search. If you don't search the Bible, how can you say I claim to be an honest
It's
person?
very low standard for If you just say, oh,
On your behalf, it is. You bring words on our mouths. You're putting words on our mouths. If you want to know, if you read the Bible tells you you have to search for God. You pray and search for God. That's the answer. If you don't, no, you don't. No, you should pray. You search for God. That's what you do. As I said, it's said done. If you bother to read it, it says you must search for it. You can still search for it.
and after a while, you realise that when
If you give up, so what you do, you find people. No, what you do, you say yours is the only brain in the world. Just because you're rooted out, no one else is. So I've been speaking for
You guys allow for some other person to participate in this process, or you guys gonna continue to shove one another?
You're welcome to tell me to quiet down. On this plane, while you're on stands before, you don't just look once and drop it. You keep searching. Scientists keep searching. You should. You don't just look once. You ask other people, Christians, who make contact. So you shouldn't say, you shouldn't claim that you're honest about something like God.
That's my point. That's my
But we're talking about
You're
atheism.
using foolish terminology. When you use terms like magic and wizard, that's insulting. That's belittling. Nobody here mentioned anything about a magic or wizard in the sky. And atheists use those phrases to belittle the God of the Bible that we believe in. If you believe that's okay, I'm cool with that. That's all right. But nobody mentioned the phrase magical wizard in the sky. Why use
They
that
rely on putting words in our mouths.
I'm not going to say behind God here. The God of the Bible, the Creator.
The reason you get offended is because you've got a lot
I'm not offended.
You look silly if you're wrong.
I'm not offended.
You're right.
You
No,
say
you're
you're
right.
showing your reaction.
If you're praised, you might look silly. I don't look silly. I don't look silly. I don't look silly. I don't look silly.
You're wrong.
I don't just again, you're putting words in our mouths. Putting words in our mouths. All you could do is put words in our mouths. I'm an atheist.
believe in absolute morality.
You can't debate. I've got two guys. Words in our mouths. I'll do it. You have relied time and time again, putting words on our mouths. I've said, I'm not saying those things that you're saying, but you are still putting words in my mouth. If you were being honest, tell me what you believe that you are. You kept saying you'd be embarrassed. I said no, I used to be an atheist. Now I believe in God. I'm not embarrassed that I used to be an atheist. I'm not going to just let you say that I should if you make it wrong.
99% an atheist or not. I just want to like differentiate.
Listen.
You have a lot to lose by
I have no reason for being an atheist and agnostic. I'm not. I am not ashamed of it. You've lied and said I'm ashamed. I told you I am not ashamed. You are still having to tell me I'm ashamed, even though I said I'm not ashamed. Because it doesn't suit you to look at the facts. You're desperate to believe I'm ashamed to change my mind. You just said you have to be ashamed to change your mind. You said several times you'd be ashamed to admit you're wrong.
I don't remember saying the thing.
You said it several times. You've got to be religious because you've been ashamed to admit you're wrong.
I didn't say you.
As long as you
said that the reason that religious people get offended is because it seems to me like such a big belief to believe in
So
something
you're
that no one can ever
you're making another false assertion.
and if you
Millions do observe.
and if you live your life by this belief,
You're making another false assertion. Nobody.
you're making wrong about
You're wrong. You're wrong.
You guys completely diverted the whole subject.
I've got nothing to lose.
You're making another false assertion. You're saying we're all offended. Yes, there's a bit of passion here, but nobody's offended. Nobody's offended. Nobody's angry.
I'm not offended. I love debating.
You're not
I walk
offended.
away.
You're just
I
making
debate.
another false assertion. You're putting stuff in our minds.
Continuously putting words in his mouth in my mouth.
I'm not offended.
Scientists never
don't
do
believe
that.
in God, that's
Scientists,
okay.
good scientists, don't put words in people's mouth. They want to know what their position is, not tell them what their position
If you're
is.
really scientifically learning, then you should be able to hold a sensible debate.
All all those things you've been putting in our mouths,
rejecting the idea of
we
God.
said we don't hold those positions, but you're still trying to put those
This
This is beautiful to your
I really do equate the Abrahamic God to a kind of sky wizard.
It's all right, you can have that. I don't mind you. You're welcome to believe that. It's the words you're
There's the
putting.
same level of evidence for
It's
that.
the words
I
you're
use that
putting in our
terminology
mouths.
all the time.
All I wanted to say is
That's a low level
No,
of
no, it's the
terminology.
words you're
You're
putting in our mouths. You'll continue putting words in our mouths. We've both said so. You're not even asking for clarification. You're not even asking for
I know
clarification.
you are a scientist. I know you are PhD students and you put a lot of years and efforts about what you come up with now. And your argument is very clear that you don't believe in God. And there's no one has yet to present substantial evidence that God does exist. Correct. So in that position you don't believe. But to me, I'm a person that believes in God, that God created the earth.
And what is God? How do you define
Okay,
it?
let me finish. Then I can talk. I'm a person that believes God created trees, and He created the earth, and He made the earth flat for humans to harvest and live for time. Okay, the best evidence that I can come up with that shows that God exists is death itself. What causes death?
We're biological machines.
No, as a scientist, can you really prevent death?
Pardon?
Can you really prevent death? Can you really
It doesn't debate.